Rebecca? Janie sent me. Sean gave her his best smile as he looked down into her face. The music stopped, and he wondered if he had missed his chance. Rebecca's gaze focused somewhere over his shoulder. She placed her hands on her hip before looking at him once more. Her eyes were brown with caramel flecks in them. "Why?" she asked. "To dance, but I don't like dancing." He shrugged. "Oh, but you're willing to dance with me?" Her lips twitched, but she didn't let the smile take over. "Anytime," he said as the slow song started. "Sound good?" "Dancing isn't my favorite either, but tonight is about forgetting all the ugliness out there." She waved toward the door. That was a sentiment he could get behind. Then she touched his hand for the briefest of moments. All his synapses fired at once. She stepped back as if she'd felt it too. "Only dancing," she reiterated softly. He read her lips more than heard the words. "Okay," he agreed. Sean stepped forward and wrapped one arm around her waist, pulling her closer. She came willingly into his personal space. Heat came off her in waves. He liked the feel of her body under the thin fabric of her shirt. In fact, he could almost imagine his fingers skimming over her bare skin. Her muscles moved as she shifted in his arms. The back of her blouse was damp, proof she'd been enjoying her time on the dance floor. Her arm settled on his, her fingers brushing the nape of his neck as she slid her hand behind it. There was that thrill again. He folded their linked hands inward toward his chest, bringing her even closer. Her chin brushed his shoulder, her lips level with his jawline. Her breath feathered his skin when she spoke. "You know my name, but I don't know yours." He shifted to speak next to her ear. "Sean." "Superman, Sean," she whispered before snuggling in closer. He looked down at her. "Superman?" Her lips tilted up. "Just an impression." Sean felt his chest swell with the compliment. Holding her made him feel like Superman. If he had to compare the feeling to something, it would be the first time he threw himself out of an airplane. Sheer terror, excitement, and the feeling that he was alive and didn't want to die. Pure adrenaline. He pushed the thoughts away and concentrated on the way she felt in his arms. She fit perfectly next to him, all her soft parts lining up with his strong ones. He wasn't sure if he was leading or not, but they moved in sync all the same. They didn't speak for the rest of the song. Sean couldn't remember ever feeling so wound up, and yet so much peace while holding a woman. The song ended too soon, and the band announced they were taking a break. Rebecca squeezed him slightly before backing away. When she met his gaze, he thought he could read the same interest in her eyes that he felt. Everything about her body language said, "Make a move," but she took another step backward. Her eyes wide, brows raised in thought. Then her lips tilted upward. "I should really get back to my friends. Thank you for a great dance, Superman." She turned to walk away. He reached out and touched her arm, but he didn't grab her. "What's your last name?" Her smile grew wider. "I'm flattered, but we should enjoy whatever this was, file it away for a dark moment, and then remember it as a lovely what-if. I think I could survive on this one for a long time." "Then why not have lunch or dinner with me sometime?" he asked. She shook her head, her expression slipping to something he recognized all too well. It was a mixture of despair and determination, the look that weighed down every do-gooder he'd ever met. It was what he'd hoped to forget for the night, but seeing it on her face surprised him. "I can't, but thanks again." This time when she turned away, he let her go. She joined her friends at their table, and while they looked his way several times, she didn't.